The story about Pandora's box no one was supposed to know. One of the most powerful and vivid Greek stories about human behavior is the one about the Pandora's box. They learned about human frailty and the numerous tragedy of man from this story. Now the real question is, will you let what's inside Pandora's box out? With this, we welcome you back to our channel. Before we go on, hit the subscribe button on your screen, and don't forget to turn on post notifications by hitting the tiny bell icon on that screen. But first, many might not know so much about this box and how it came to be. So, who is Pandora? Pandora has been depicted as a woman of exceptional beauty and intelligence. In various creative portrayals throughout history, she was so lovely that she tempted even the gods of Olympus. She was created to punish all of humanity. According to Hesiod, she is the deadly race and tribe of women who live among mortal men to their great trouble. No help meets in hateful poverty, but only in wealth. The story claims that Pandora was the first woman to ever live on Earth. Her name in Greek means, the one who bears all gifts, because when she was created by the gods, each of them gave her a gift. Zeus intended to punish humankind because Prometheus stole the fire to give it to them, so he created Pandora as a means of doing so. Hesiod claimed that her gifts were beautifully evil. She was sculpted flawlessly from clay by Hephaestus, given femininity by Aphrodite, and craft skills by Athena. Zeus gave Hermes the task of instilling in her the traits of duplicity, obstinacy, and curiosity. There have been many similarities between Pandora and the biblical Eve. Eve, too, was the first woman and was responsible for ruining the innocent, all-male Eden and unleashing unfathomable evil into the world. Several academics have suggested that theogony is based on Mesopotamian legends, but while blaming women for all evil in the universe is obviously more Greek, it's not completely crazy to propose that Eve and Pandora may have a similar foundation. And now, the story of Pandora's box. This ancient Greek tale begins with Prometheus's gift to humanity, which was fire. When Zeus, the ruler of Olympus, found out, he was furious. He punished Prometheus by shackling him in chains and sending an eagle every day to peck out his immortal liver, which regenerated back overnight. Zeus also determined that mankind needed punishment, so he tasked Hephaestus and Athena with creating the first human flesh and blood woman. Aphrodite bestowed upon her the ability to enchant all men, while Hermes bestowed upon her the skill of guile and deception. They gave her life and named her Pandora. Despite the fact that Pandora was mortal, Zeus chose to marry her to Prometheus's brother, Epimetheus. Of course, he was thrilled when she was handed to him as a gift. Prometheus attempted to warn his brother that this was also a sort of punishment, but his brother just smiled and joked, saying, "If this is what Zeus's punishment is like, he can punish me more often, because Pandora is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen." Pandora came with a dowry of many beautiful gifts, the most unusual of which was a box made of clay with clear instructions not to open it. Pandora was as curious as she was beautiful, and she desired to open the box, but she was so enthralled by life on Earth that she forgot about what was within it for a while. But because of her hunger for knowledge, her thoughts would frequently return to the box. Pandora yearned to learn what treasure was so magnificent that it could never be seen with human eyes, and why it had been entrusted to her care. She claimed she frequently heard voices asking to be let out of the box. Pandora, frustrated by the box's conundrum, became obsessed with the box over time, as if forces beyond her control were dragging her towards it, calling her name over and over. She could no longer resist the urge Just one glimpse inside, and then I can free my mind of this forever, Pandora thought as she sneaked away from her husband. The box flew open with the first crack of the top, and demons, specters, and horrible sounds surged out, screeching and cackling about Pandora. She furiously tried to retrap the animals in their box, but they billowed away and were now free in the mortal world. A quiet voice came from the box as Pandora cried and shuddered. This was not the terrible wail of devils, but a soft, sparkling sound that soothed her pain. Pandora opened the box once more, and a warm ray of light came out. As the light fluttered around the horror Pandora had unleashed, her concerns faded. She understood that opening the box was permanent, but she had also released hope to mitigate the evil's effects. Many years later, Prometheus was set free by none other than Zeus's own son, Hercules. Hearing about Prometheus's mistreatment, Hercules kills the liver-pecking eagle and frees him from his chains. Although Hercules received Zeus's consent to release Prometheus, we never learn why he changed his mind. But it has been speculated that Prometheus knew a great secret about Zeus that he didn't want revealed. Is Pandora's box real? Without a question, it is among the most well-known myths in all existence. But unless the box itself is found, we won't ever know if it's real or not. Additionally, some information has been lost in translation, such as whether the object was a box or a jar. Early versions of the fable have a sealed earthenware vase for Pandora's box. We can all agree that this ancient myth has a positive message, and that there are many things to be taken away and lessons to be learned from the story, regardless of whether it is true or not. Pandora's box has been depicted in a variety of creative ways, including poems, paintings, books, and later, film. The myth itself has been studied extensively over the years and is well known among academics. There are also numerous versions of Pandora's box. In some, hope is represented as a golden butterfly, while in others it is represented as a twinkling light. But each version adheres to the same morals. The symbolism behind the box. Pandora's box is a story about the extreme effects of experimenting with the unknown, and how it can influence not just us, but also those around us. Pandora's curiosity also alluded to the duality of human inquiry. Are we obligated to always investigate the unknown, or are there some mysteries that should be kept hidden? The story is also used to encourage children not to let their curiosity get the best of them or become obsessive, as this can lead to dangerous circumstances. The story also serves to teach children to accept decisions made by others that may impact them. For example, when Zeus bans Pandora from opening the box, but she does so anyway, it can be related to teaching children to respect decisions made by others that may affect them. Although it is debatable if the box is a jar, box, or even a vase, Pythos was the original language on the vessel. This word usually refers to a huge container that holds wine or ashes if used at a funeral. Although many versions of Pandora's box indicate that it is constructed of clay, as is customary, it has been theorized that it could have been built of bronze to create an impenetrable prison. The story of Pandora's box is based on Hesiod's Works and Days, a series of poetry. These well-known poems are written in the 7th century before Christ. Zeus actually set Pandora up to fail. He was the one who instilled in her a burning curiosity, and he knew what would happen if she failed. Pandora and her husband did have a child, a girl named Pyrrha, which means fire in Greek. Deucalion was Prometheus' son, and he subsequently married Pyrrha, Pandora's daughter. Some believe that Pandora's box gave birth to the 7 deadly sins that plague humanity today: wrath, gluttony, greed, envy, Sloth, pride, and lust are these sins. What stories and myths have you heard about Pandora's box? Drop your views in the comment section below. And this brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up and tell us just how much you've enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe now. Like and turn on the post notification bell for all our best content. Till next time.